warm up, getting ready for this big marquee match. We were talking earlier, Billy, that out of all the times you've ever been here in Portland at this show court, and I'm assuming you were here at the 2004 Nationals.
No, this is my first time.
Okay, all right. Have you ever seen a men's round of 16 and then a men's 8? Or just any match in the 16 or the 8s with this many people watching?
Oh yeah, even yesterday or 2 days ago with the round of 32 had this many people. It's been quite a crowd.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And the caliber has been strong for the whole draw also. All these guys are already got about 2 or 3 matches under their belts, and none of them have been real easy matches. They all have to work every round.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Listen for the call from the referee here.
0-0.
0 serves 0 here.
Hold on there for a second. That chap there is linesman doing short lines. See the chap there?
This is the upper side of the lower bracket.
0-0.
Allan Garner versus Dave Chapman. Dave gets the first serve, and there it is. We're underway.
Rare hand error there by Allan Garner. Could be just the pre-game jitters.
1 serve 0.
Good get by Dave, but Allan put it away to end the rally.
It's a side out. 0 serves 1.
0-1.
Crowd really quiet right now, but these guys really haven't given them anything to cheer over. That ball hit the
they're replaying that one, I think.
hit that paper that's up on the wall, which might not be picked up by the cameras, but they're trying to cover up some words on a Waterford Crystal banner. And it has caused many an error out here.
Nice kill shot there by Allan. Dave's going to try to do everything he can to slow the game down and play a ceiling game, but Allan's going to be able to shoot the ball and bring his power.
1 serves 1. Look at that shot. Used to see Dave do that a lot.
And if people aren't going to cut that ball off, he's going to do that if he can't hit a ceiling shot. Very good shot there by Allan.
You see Allison Garner, Dr. Allison Garner in the front row, right behind the left wall, cheering on her son, Allan, and the father, James Garner, near the short line, away from that part of the family. Brother Aaron is also here watching. And Allan's girlfriend is here too.
Oh, good touch.
That's that soft, those soft hands
that nice
that he has.
dump in the left corner.
You know, Dave Fink was telling me about this earlier, that, you know, I said that Dave likes to play against the hard hitters. And Dave believes it's really just the hands that Dave Chapman has that wreaks havoc on every player, not necessarily just the hard hitters.
Yeah, he absolutely does.
It's what he does with those powerful shots.
That one, I think.
2 plays 1.
2 plays 1.
Allan was having a hard time getting his first serve in yesterday too, and he wants to be able to do that if he can convert into a power game. Very good left-handed shot. He looks off balance, but he can shoot that ball from even shoulder high.
3 serves 1. Second serve. Oh, look at that shot
very
there.
good left. That was a good pass shot by Dave, too, but Allan was able to shoot it off his back foot.
4 serves 1. Allan's almost baiting Dave into that ceiling game. That shows you that he's really confident right now. Here's a huge setup.
Nice shot there. He might be kind of easing his way in after a couple short serves on his power serve. He's going to just try to control that first serve.
5-1 is the score. Dave Chapman calling a timeout. You're watching the 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club, Great Pacific Northwest of Portland, Oregon. Broadcast partner Bill Mihilos, and yours truly, Dave Vincent. As we watch this upper side of the lower bracket of the men's quarterfinals earlier today, it was Paul Brady defeating Charlie Shanks 21-9, 21-5. Emmett Pichot getting by Robbie McCarthy by the score of 21-10, 21-10. This one, though, early on, first game. We've seen Dave Chapman start off slowly. That's something he does quite often, but he always seems to stay in the game. Score here is 5-1 in favor of the blonde bombshell from San Antonio, Texas, ALLAN Garner. Wearing the yellow shirt that says AG on the front. Not really how I would write the letter A, but I'm assuming that's what that stands for.
That's how they write it in Texas, actually.
It's a Texas thing?
Yeah.
That's the name of the font, called Texas. If I was Dave Chapman, I would just do my ceiling ball to the right side because Allan's left is amazing.
He doesn't look like he's going to do much, but he can put it away with that left.
Look at that power at the right. Oh, and Dave Chapman gets a side out.
I think those were those hands that Dave Fink was talking about. Doesn't have to be pretty, but he put it in there.
1-6.
See how Dave stepped out? He's not on the normal spot. That's a beautiful serve right there.
Yeah. I think he's working on that angle.
Another thing Dave's doing too is that he stays with his serve because he knows that Allan's going to hit it back to the right side off the back wall. So he's hoping if he hits it over this lob serve to the right side, then it forces Allan to hit it to Dave's left, and he doesn't want to take the ball off the back wall with his left.
Oh, Allan missed that one with his left. Doesn't happen too often.
2-6.
2 serve 6. So watch what Allan does with this ball. Puts it over to Dave's right hand. Dave's right is so vicious,
This
Billy.
is the game plan for Dave Chapman right here, is to get him into just throwing back that serve and be able to attack the ball.
It's going to be juiced.
Oh, good touch.
Good adjustment too, Dave Chapman. Score now 4-6.
4-6.
You're right, this is a good game plan right here. Look at those hands.
It's like a one-wall game up there. Oh, great shots. Allan was doing the Dave Chapman shot back at him.
6-4.
Going to the power, 6 serves 4. You see a strange bounce on that serve? Like a little.
Yeah, I think it had a little hook on it.
7-4.
7 serves 4. That's not what I meant, but okay. I actually thought it looked like it slid on that wall or on the ground. But you're right, he'd probably put a little natural or something. Second serve, 7-4. Look at those hands. Giving it to him.
They are calling a hinder on that. I think he was close enough to get a finger on it.
7-4.
The alternative is for Dave to actually go into Allan's legs and end his career. So You don't want Dave to have to prove that. Score 7-4, first game. Upper side of the lower bracket, men's round of 8.
That wasn't that bad of a ceiling shot either, but it came off the back wall just enough, and Dave made him pay for it.
4-7.
That reminds you of the old Dave Chapman, who had hit 80 to 90% of those back wall shots off just a couple inches high.
All right, and this is what he wants to get into, this ceiling game, this overhand game, and wait for Garner to make a mistake, and he'll hit a back wall shot.
That's not a bad shot right there. But Allan made it a bad shot. See, that's, you make one little tiny error.
I think Dave wants him to take that shot. It was from 39 feet, and Allan just made it.
Oh, yeah, okay. 7-4.
Allan's dangerous from there.
Yeah, I think that's the second time he got the first serve over the line, and both times it's been a quick pass right afterwards to end the rally.
Dave's trying to patty cake that ball down the wall, not clip the wall. That time he said, forget it, I'm just doing that. And Allan makes him pay for it. Dave gets to the ball, though.
He just missed that last one. I think Dave is going to have to get into that ceiling-type return, because if he does that tapping in the front court, Allan's just passing it with his left.
Don't know if Dave Chapman realized just how good Allan Garner's front court game has become. And I don't know if you've played Allan a lot lately, but certainly I know you've played him, but his power seems to just be right up there with the top 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'd say out of pure power, he might be at the top. He's got a lot of the finesse too, but he can really hit the ball even when he's off balance.
The power comes in his right hand on the serve. Look at this amazing strength on that serve, but his power really in the middle of the rally is with his left hand. I'd watch out here.
See, that's a shot that he's going to take, and he can make those, but Dave wants him to take it, because if he misses it, he'll be able to re-kill it.
Short ball.
Ball skipped in. It's strange from this angle. Sometimes these skips look like they're good and the good ones look like skips. So what Dave Fink and myself, we've come to the conclusion of, if it looks like it skipped, it was good. Okay? So just trying to...
Well, that one looked like it skipped.
It did, actually. And it was a skip. There's exceptions to the rule. Look at that shot. That's the master right there.
Doing a great job of cutting the ball off and staying aggressive in that front court. And all of a sudden the score is 6-9, and Dave's right in this game, even though it looked like Allan was outplaying him for a while.
I like that serve right there. Allan can't do much with it.
Right. Oh, and Dave actually missed one off the back wall. You don't see that too often. That's the back wall shot he wants to take. Very good serve there by Allan. I think he's now 3 for 3 on power serves that make it over the line on the first serve.
10 serve 6, first game. This is a good rally here. Normally you see Dave pop it up to the ceiling on that, and he decided to stay ground and pound with Allan.
He did bring it up a little higher, though. Before it was maybe at his hip, and now he brought that one up towards his chest and forced Allan to take an ill-advised shot.
That's long. Second serve. Dave's second serve is amazing on this court. Watch what this thing does. That ball's so hard to see back there. Dave thought about taking that ball out of the air, that big ball shot of his, but he decided to let it go.
Slight misjudgment.
10-6.
10 serve 6. You said this earlier that Allan did beat Dave Chapman in New York. Dave has a 5-1 record against Allan. But as of late, they've all been tiebreakers. So, and you know, Allan's starting to break through now.
Oh no, he missed an easy one. There's a couple shots here that Allan would like to have back, and he'd be able to make some separation.
6-10.
6 serves 10. First game. Dave went back to that.
Yeah, I think he liked the results he's getting out of it. Instead of messing around with his lob serve, he's going to just start going back into this. Good pass by Allan.
That's what power will do for you right there. He's pushing Dave Chapman back.
10-6.
10-6. It takes so much confidence for you to get into the service box and just throw the ball in underhand like that.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I go, man, this Allan Garner or Emmett Pachot or Marco Chavez or whomever throws that in, like, I go, they have to have a lot of confidence to be doing that.
Oh, good touch by Dave. I am surprised that Allan's going with this serve just because of who he's playing against. Dave Chapman's very comfortable returning that type of serve, and it puts him in the game that he wants.
Dave's inviting that serve.
Exactly.
He wants that serve.
And Allan can play that game very well himself, but I would think that he'd want to play against Chapman's weaknesses right now.
7-10.
I also do believe that that huge 85+ mile per hour power serve of his could wear you down later in the game. So maybe he's just being smart about his conditioning.
Perhaps, yes. Although I talked to him earlier, he said he was in shape, so I don't know if he's at least tired yet.
10-7.
10 serve 7. I'd even like to see Allan do that to Dave's right hand.
Right.
Because Dave openly admits that his right arm is about 85% of what it used to be. 2-bounce call from Dave Chapman. You can't appeal a screen.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get this call.
I don't think
you can appeal a screen.
You can't appeal this. Dave is allowing him to do it. See, now Allan knows that, and Dave Chapman knows it too. And you see a little smile?
Yeah. He was almost getting away with it.
That's a point. It was 2 bounces, David, and the boys said it wasn't straight, okay? That's 11.
I think Dave tried to appeal 5 different things on that shot.
I'm surprised he didn't go after the short call.
Yeah, why not? Now Allan's going back to the power serve. Maybe he's just trying to mix things up, and just so that Dave doesn't get into the rhythm of returning this power serve.
Chapman could backhand the ball and put it into a defensive spot.
Yeah, really made it slide down the wall, too. And now we're back into Chapman's defensive game. This is exactly the conversion he wanted.
There's a setup. Allan's got so much power.
Oh, and he missed that one. Right on the glass.
His first game, 7-12 is a score. Dave Chapman serving. Allan Garner, San Antonio, Texas.
7-12.
Dave Chapman right near St. Louis, Missouri. A little tiny suburb called Welding Spring, Missouri.
Good ceiling shot. Allan has definitely looked more impressive this game, but Dave is hanging right in there, and all he needs to do is get on a few more points of a run, and he's got the lead.
See, that's the reason why Dave's hitting into Allan's left, because Allan sends it right back to Dave's right.
Just barely missed that one, but this is what Chapman wants. He wants him to take those 39, 38-foot shots. It's going to be hard for him to consistently make it.
This is the reason why Dave is engaging in this roof warfare right now. Here it is again.
Oh.
Allan's going to have to take a timeout here in a second if Dave scores another point. There, he takes it right now, in fact.
Maybe he heard you.
I have him mic'd up. You're watching the 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club, brought to you by the World Handball Council, the United States Handball Association, Columbia Sportswear, and sent to your computer via the live webcast at WePlayHandball.com, the world players of handball. Appreciate the fact that you've tuned in. Have you any success stories, Bill, of your friends or family watching back home? Have you heard any scuttle from Chicago area?
I actually have not talked to too many people from Chicago. I'm guessing that there's a good 20 to 50 people that I know of that are planning on watching, and they're planning on spreading the word as well, but I haven't talked to them since I've been out here.
You only know about 20 or 30 people, so.
Exactly. So that's like 100%.
You're a good salesman for the webcasting. Get a good commission off that. I like your percentages. We're getting back in.
I'm still waiting for my cut.
That might not happen. Dave Chapman serving. I thought it was 11 to 12, but I didn't see a change in that score.
I guess it is 10-12.
Penn serves 12 here. I like the serve from Dave Chapman, though.
He's trying to keep the game behind that dotted line. That ball slid.
See, Dave Chapman goes to that high two-wall serve. Allan hits it back to Dave's right hand, who then throws it to the left wall, and then...
Yeah, Dave's just going to try to take turns hitting those overhand shots and wait for Allan to either shoot one that's a low percentage shot or give him a back wall setup.
It's all pretty uniform, though. I mean, it's...
Right. And this time, Allan makes a shot. Dave missed his serve by a little bit, and Allan made him pay for it.
12 is 10.
12 serves 10. It's a skip in. Ball's just squirrely all over the place right now.
It looks like they're doing a glove change here.
Not a bad move, taking a 2-minute timeout. The crowd here at the Multnomah Athletic Club at maximum capacity. They say they seat 200, but you see all these people standing up. You'd have to assume that we're 400, 500 people deep into here when it's all said and done. Earlier today, it was Paul Brady defeating Charlie Shanks, 21-9, 21-5. Emmett Peugeot over the top of Robbie McCarthy, 21-10, 21-10. After this match, we're going to see a highly anticipated #2 seed and sleek matchup on paper between Tony Healy and Luis Moreno.
That should be a really good matchup.
You would say absolutely on that. Tony Healy obviously has been injured. Luis Moreno has
Luis
really
has been on fire in the last year, so he's beaten most players at this tournament. I don't know if he's ever beaten Healy, though.
Yeah, I don't think he ever has, but we're going to find out what the result is going to be on the live webcast here on your computer. 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships from the show court. In fact, this is such a great facility, the Multnomah Athletic Club, that the show court is on number 10. Not number 1 or number 2, like you and I have seen. Sometimes a straggler on court number 3. We'll find that sometimes, but court 10? Yeah, that's the two-sided glass show court they have here. It's been a monument. We're about 3 stories down into a basement underneath the parking garage where we're located. No cell coverage here, so that means no random text messages to people across the room. That just simply isn't going to happen.
And that's why I haven't heard from anybody from Chicago.
I almost brought that up earlier. I mean, you probably would have, and you will when you get back out on the street. I want to thank all of those that have tuned in via the live webcast from Nifty TV and the WPH, providing the funds that enabled this broadcast to take place. I should. The score is 12-10 in favor of ALLAN Garner, but Dave Chapman has kind of made this late first game surge here. ALLAN was up by 6 points.
Yeah, Dave's doing a pretty good job of converting it into his defensive, slower paced game. He's going to let ALLAN take some tougher shots from the backcourt, and ALLAN's got the ability to make a lot of these shots. But Dave's going to stay patient and basically say, if you can roll it out in front of me from 38 feet, it's yours. If not, it's mine.
You hear a lot of clapping going on right now, probably in the background. That is Lisa Frazier-Gilmore playing a round of 16 match. She brings with her a lot of fans, but I believe the clapping was, yeah, it actually is for Lisa. She has a huge group of fans here. That 2-minute glove change, which turned out to be 5.5 minutes long, is now back onto the court here. Both
all
players.
Part of Dave's strategy.
10 serves 12, we're back in. Pretty educated crowd here. They sensed the serve was coming. They all just quieted up all in one shot.
Interesting seeing Dave going towards a power serve. Not a very hard power serve, but a good hop type serve. And then he goes back to his second serve and got an easy point.
11 serves 12. Dave going for a hop serve right there. Had a little teeny tiny wrinkle, but it was short. He does do that from time to time.
Yeah, I think this is where he wants to be, this overhand serve. He's been getting a lot of good returns out of it. Good touch there by Dave. He's staying in control by keeping ALLAN in the backcourt.
I've watched Dave enough to know that if that shot is working, that dump shot, he has a very high percentage chance of winning. When that shot is not working, he simply doesn't have his full game, because it is part of the arsenal. It's not just a crazy shot he takes. He's actually looking to kill and end rallies with that dump shot. He needs his hands to work.
Good no call there by the ref to give ALLAN his shot.
ALLAN just pointed up there. Might have been asking for the towel, but I thought he was actually pointing up to say thank you for.
Yeah, I think that's what he said also. But yeah, you're right about Dave needing that dump shot, because when he has that going, then all his other shots are going to be that much better, because you got to stay on your toes and be ready for any of those types of shots.
Score is altogether at 12 here. ALLAN will be serving. This is the first game, highly anticipated game between ALLAN Garner and Dave Chapman, and there's no big letdown here.
Some people were anticipating Owen Kennedy versus Dave Chapman, and ALLAN pulled the mild upset there.
That ball broke, no?
No, just a bad serve off the back wall, and Dave's pretty automatic from there.
Dave's going to go for the power serve here. He's been working on this little mild hop. That one actually hops away. It's a natural. He has a reverse too, but he telegraphs it, but he still has one.
And it's still a slower serve with the hop on there to try to convert this game into a ceiling game.
I'm surprised Dave's going down there, but you know what? He has every serve in the book.
And I think he can be a little bit more aggressive with that serve, because even if it's short, his second serve has been very, very effective. Did they skip that? I think he made that shot.
Yeah, see, you can't tell. When you think it's a skip, it's good.
Right.
That actually, I swear I would have thought that skipped in, but wow, rare wrist call from Dave Chapman, tying the score up here now, 13-13. Dave wants to see that ball.
Check the ball, Allan. Allan, check the ball. Okay, together at 30.
Referee says together at 13. No applause from the crowd.
Is that because there's no Irish players playing?
I don't think the players out in the crowd can actually hear the referee. I think that's
that
what
could
you
be
and I can hear it. I know some at home stood up and started clapping.
Good hard pass there by Allen down the left. He needs to start to make some separation.
14 serves 13. Dave didn't ask for a towel on that one. He normally does.
Very good power serve. Allen's first serve has been going in a lot more in the last 10 points or so compared to earlier on.
Dave Chapman calling for a timeout here. Not a bad idea. Looked like he was in control, and now all of a sudden, ALLAN Garner is back in charge here. 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships, sanctioned by the World Handball Council, the United States Handball Association. Brought to you over your computer via the live feed at WePlayHandball.com from the World Players of Handball. Columbia Sportswear, tons of volunteers, 1,000 participants in these World Games, and another 1,500 to 2,000 they're estimating that have also shadowed those players in. Fans and friends, and in my case, foes, have all come to join the great games that brings together all these countries from around the globe. We had Team Belgium here. We saw some folks from New Zealand, Australia, Japan.
Hey, did they say that there's 15 countries being represented here?
Sure.
Something like that?
I'm Native American, so I represent the former
Americans.
country known as
Okay then, lads.
the Americas before the Americas.
15 is 30.
15 serves 13, but I'm not in the games anymore because my partner got injured, so I don't think I'm in anymore. So
Yeah, that's a shame. You guys had a really good shot at it.
I don't represent the Native Americans.
Okay, so now there's only 14 countries being represented.
30 is 50.
Or former America's country, which is now represented by America.
Meanwhile, as we were talking about Dave Vincent, ALLAN Garner missed a layup that gave Chapman the serve back.
Second serve, 30, 50.
13 serves 15. Wow, that's a tough one. ALLAN fought it off, though. See, that's the difference between ALLAN and Dave Chapman. ALLAN would have went for a kill shot from there. Dave went to the high wraparound.
Right. He's going to be as patient as he can. It's a good shot by ALLAN.
.15 serves 13 first game.
Yes, 30.
Wow.
Good pass. ALLAN really needs to crank up a couple here to get some separation.
yes, 30.
16 serves 13.
Couple.
That's a good call.
Second serve. 16, 30.
16 serves 13. That was a lazy shot from Dave Chapman.
It was. I don't know if he's starting to get a little tired, or maybe it's just one of his dump shots that
Didn't
go
dump.
in. And sometimes those can look really bad if he doesn't make it.
referee is actually making some kind of calls here.
I'm not sure what he's saying, but I don't think the players are.
The players didn't hear it, and the referee didn't stop the play. Let's see how this ends. Dave Chapman knows that referee talked.
Good rally. And Allan's not going to contest it.
Now Allan's saying something. Asking for
I think he's asking for a towel.
I would guarantee that wouldn't have ended correctly. If Allan would have got that point, we would have had our first big explosion in here. I know Dave heard that.
I'm surprised Allan didn't hear it.
You're watching the 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships alongside Bill Mihilos. My name is Dave Vincent. First game, upper side of the lower bracket of the men's quarterfinals, Dave Chapman, Allan Garner. On paper, looks really good, and it has been. 13 serve 17 here.
Okay, 13, 17.
Back to that power serve. Not a lot of power. Oh, wow, Allan almost got that. 14 to 17 now.
I'm surprised Dave's not sitting with that second serve. It's getting him everything that he wants. But he knows more than I
Well, he sees that glass over there. And I think what happens sometimes, and you know this too on glass courts, you take a shot that you can't see, and you say, well, I have to do that to my opponent, because if I can't see it, he's not going to be able to see it.
And maybe that's the whole purpose of his hop, to hop in and get into that glass.
Not realizing that Allan's eyes are 10 years younger. Wow, nice shot.
Touch.
I'm telling you, that shot has to work in order for Dave to be successful. We saw other matches on the Pro Tour recently where he just wasn't on with that.
16 to 17.
16 to 17, now 1 point behind. See, that's a good serve right there, Billy.
Yeah, it's forcing him in the back court. He's barely getting it back. And now he's going to cut it off. Oh, good re-kill there by Allan.
Dave's going to have to remember that for later.
Dave did a really good job of a misdirection shot to push it over to the other side, but I think Allan's played him enough to not be so surprised by it.
16.
17 to 16. That's a good call from the ref. Second serve here. That's nice, Bill.
He's got some good ceiling shots right down that left wall, right on the glass, and here comes another one.
That ball just came out. Allan was able to dig into it. Here's the setup for Dave.
Very good shot.
Funny thing about Dave from that position, he could do anything he wants. You know, if Allan would have taken one step forward, Dave would just pop that to the ceiling.
Right. And while Allan was the first one to shoot that, Dave was able to be in control.
With, again, that dump shot. You wonder why Dave takes those strange dump shots? Well, he gets almost all of his points from it.
Right.
Oh, that's a nice one right there from Allan.
Dave almost did like his serve there, just a high two-wall shot. Still keeps him at this high ceiling game.
Wow, and
Allan
Allan missed
an
it.
easy one.
Crowd really quiet when Dave Chapman scores, but they erupt when Allan Garner does.
I think part of it too is a lot of the crowd aren't going to cheer for misses and stuff like that, and what Dave has really tried to rely on is Allan missing more balls than and making mistakes.
Well, I'm an uneducated viewer, and I clap after every long rally. And you know I'm uneducated, so there you go. 17 to 17 is the score here.
The viewers probably know that by now.
They
too.
also know it, and I'm glad that they do, because if they didn't, they would be uneducated. It's the World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club, Portland, Oregon, Great Pacific Northwest, a place I called home for 30 years, Billy. Not the club. I actually didn't live in the club, but I lived in Oregon for 30 years. It's always nice to return to the state. The World Handball Council did a great job of putting this whole thing together. Waterford Crystal, Columbia Sportswear, all of the volunteers, City of Portland, Oregon, United States Handball Association. And this live feed brought to you by the WPH, streaming over your computer at WePlayHandball.com.
All right, it's coming down to crunch time here, Dave. It's 17-all.
Dave back to the power serve. See if he sneaks one down the right one of these times.
Serve.
I'm telling you, the reason why he's serving over there is because of that glass.
I think you're right, yeah.
And I'm wrong. He's never going to sneak one down the right.
Well, the problem is if he misses the one down the right, Allan's going to really lay into it.
Nice get from Dave Chapman.
He didn't just get it, but he was able to push Allan in the backcourt, and all of a sudden we're back in a ceiling rally again. Good left-handed shot there by Allan. Right down the wall so that Dave can't get it.
Score is 17-17 here. Allan now in.
Together at 70.
Allan just throwing it in. Wow, look at that. Dave's going to step in.
Good call. They got a little close on that.
Chapman tried to blow that ball past Allan with a sidearm fist, and it just gathered up right about where the photographer is, Keith Thody. It gathered on that wall. It's supposed to slide out. Dave has an excellent punch sidearm fist shot. Nice shot from ALLAN Garner back there.
Oh, that was his bread and butter, but he missed it.
That's one of Dave's favorite shots of all time. That's not something he just decided to pull out after not using it for 3 months. He does that a lot. 18-17. It's an inside-out dump shot. Allan's the first one to strike. Dave decided to go with a fist shot there. I think if he would have open-handed that, he could have floated it back.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he really missed the one before that, too, which was supposed to be one of his dump shots.
19-17.
Allan's staying with that soft serve. Good pass, pushes Dave in the back.
Nice get from Dave Chapman. Allan's going to get up, though, and get it.
Great shots. There were about 3 or 4 good kill shots that just kept getting re-killed and dug out. Now Allan's got game point here.
I've never seen this many people in this area up here.
Yeah, it's like the viewing area for some of the other courts are even taken up by people watching this match.
I feel like I'm watching the badminton finals.
Point 20. Possible get ball.
20, possible game. Allan's going to go for, not underhand, I thought he was going to go for the ace serve.
Here comes a back wall shot, and Dave put it away. Now he's got new life, 17-20.
Well, Dave hasn't really scored his points in bunches.
70. This 20.
Dave missed the shot. And Allan made him pay for it.
Floor okay there, Allan? Allan, floor okay? All right then.
That's strange. Dave Chapman actually talking Allan out of even looking for it. That's not the normal Dave Chapman move.
And he aces him that way. Very good first game.
Well, ALLAN Garner takes game number 1, 21-17, which is kind of, I guess, remarkable in a lot of sense because there's, I would say, at least 80% of the crowd watching this bill thought that Owen Kennedy would be in the court here when they looked at the brackets earlier. So to hear that Owen Kennedy's not, and the guy that beat him is just defeated Dave Chapman in game number 1 is kind of remarkable.
Right. I was really interested in how he went after that power serve right at the end of that first game after going with the soft serve, and then I think he's just changing things up and then went for the power serve at the very end, and Dave wasn't ready for it.
That wraps up game number 1. 5 minutes, we'll be back. Game number 2 between Dave Chapman and ALLAN Garner. Waterford Crystal 2009 World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club, Portland, Oregon. For Bill Mihelis, Jeff Kastner, Gene Cosimoto, Omar Lemus, and all of those that put this thing together. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick with us.
This is all part of the
0-0.
And we are back from the Multnomah Athletic Club in Portland, Oregon. Dave Vincent along with Dave Fink. Game number 2, Allan Garner serving to Dave Chapman. Allan wins the first one, 21-17.
Nice shot there from Dave Chapman. Dave Chapman let that first game get away from him. Dave tied the game at 17 and played a couple of loose points there. Allan ran off the last 4 points in the first game.
There were a lot of people that felt that Owen Kennedy was going to defeat Allan Garner, and for Allan to come in and take that first game, it has to be kind of a huge, strange reversal for those people that look at the draw to say, not only did Allan beat Owen Kennedy, but he also just defeated Dave Chapman in the first game.
Second serve.
Now you watch this match just off to the side here, and you watch Dave Chapman go to that power serve.
He had a lot of success with that. Actually scored 3 aces. Dave Chapman has a nice wrinkle on that soft power serve that he hits.
Dave Chapman so successful with those underhand dump shots.
Wasn't though at 17 all there in the second game. Missed, excuse me, in the first game. Missed 2 of them. Gave the bombshell the opening he needed to take that first game.
Here, though, he looks good in the second game. 1 serve 0.
1-0.
You see a lot of guys go away just a little bit, Dave, after losing a close first game. Dave's so mentally strong. Can't really blame that on legs or fatigue or anything. That's just a shot that you normally see Dave make.
I'm surprised to see him miss 2 straight on that one. Actually 3, you go back further. 0 serves 1. Boy, Allan's just really cranking into that serve. He's not only putting all arm into it, but you see him kind of hop right before he hits it. It's not a bad serve either. Dave's really just throwing kind of a defensive throw around type return.
Dave does just enough with that return of serve to prevent Allan from taking the ball out of the air, and it's soft enough that it doesn't come off the back wall.
0 serves 1.
0 serves 1.
Dave guessing right there. Dave snuck in behind Allan there, got around him to his left, anticipated Allan going into that right corner. Allan would have won that point easily if he drove that ball straight down the right wall. Uncharacteristic air there from Allan.
It's kind of a strange little fist pump from Dave Chapman too. Almost to say, I think I located my serve. Look at that. That's tight, Dave.
Tight as in the young kids saying that's cool, or tight as in tight to the wall?
I was saying tight to the wall.
But it could have been.
It could have been taken the other way. I don't talk like young kids, so.
Well, you know, we have a very young audience out there also watching us. A number of kids skipping school in the Midwest and also in California checking out these matches.
Well, I expect that in the Midwest, so it's not a surprise to me.
We have a wide demographic range here at WPHLive.tv.
Together at 2.
2 serves 2.
Short ball.
The ball's about ready to break. Within the next 10 points, we'll be asking for a brand new ball. It's a strange bounce there.
Completely flat roll out there from the bombshell.
3 unanswered points now from Allan Garner. If he scores here, you might see a timeout from Dave Chapman. agree with Dave Chapman here. Why is that there? Just take it off.
Replay. 3+2.
It actually looks like that sign is all one piece. We see Dave taking his first time out here trailing.
Hang on.
Dave actually asking for that sign to be taken down.
I say yes. I don't know why it's even there. I'm surprised it's taken this long for him to do it. Our court microphone right there picking up this great audio from...
It's going to be difficult to get that sign down. Once they remove it on the right-hand side, it's going to stick on the left, and it's going to be a real problem.
It's going to be, you're absolutely right. I can see this being a huge problem.
I can see this actually helping Dave Chapman here. This is going to turn into a 15-minute break.
I laugh because I know exactly what's going on.
I think Dave knew immediately this would be a 15-minute timeout.
Have to get the fire marshal in here to find a ladder. They're asking me if they should take it off. You're saying no. I'm actually saying yes.
I think it should be taken off between matches, not in the middle of this match. I don't want to see a 15-minute delay here. We're going to have to get the fire marshals in here with a ladder to remove that from the left side. This is not going to end well.
Let's watch how bad this ends.
This will not end well.
Well, this might be good here.
This could be good. Oh, well done.
I actually put my hands together for the referee here for actually somewhat successfully taking that off.
It hits on them 2 spots, I'll call a replay, okay?
Which, you're watching the Waterford Crystal 2009 World Handball Championships this last break. Has been brought to you by Scotch Tape.
Actually, that's masking tape.
Okay, guys, ready?
Scotch is clear.
Score is 4+2.
4 serves 2 here.
Bad hander there from Allen. He read that hop well and just bricked that kill shot opportunity.
Dave back to the power serve. 2 serves 4.
Allen actually hits a pretty decent return there, but Dave moves around that ball and paddles it in the left corner.
So Dave is getting setups from that serve.
Dave wins a couple really quick points there. You associate Dave with a lot of long and tactical rallies, but right there we see him hit 4 shots and win 2 points very quickly.
He's actually putting a little natural on there. Actually,
there's another one. 6 shots, 3 points. About 45 seconds. Here he is, leading 5-4 after trailing 4-2. Let's not forget he took that timeout at 4-2. Has now scored 3 unanswered points.
You missed it, but right after that last shot, Dave took a nice long look at our booth up here to make eye contact. And I think what he was saying is, my reverse is working. Watch what he does here.
Dave actually can hit a natural as well, bounce it into that sidewall. Not a good return there for Allen. Not a good shot there from Dave. Allen will take care of that.
Dave knew it. That's something you've been practicing, is the hop serve. And I would say over the last 6 months, you've improved your game to be one of the top 5 that know how to do it.
Hasn't translated into any good results.
ball just slid off that sidewall there.
You hear Allan's mom. She flew in on the Bombshell Express, the G5, in from Texas.
6.
That's the same aircraft that carries the Gallery from stop to stop.
5-6 here.
TBB prefers to fly in his own jet.
Now Allan scoring 2 unanswered points.
6.
It used to be that the TBB enjoyed traveling on the TWA, but then he got so popular.
That's a skip ball there.
I thought it was down. I thought the ball was down.
Remember that when a ball looks like it skips from up here, it's always good. I thought it looked like it skips. That means it must have made it.
I think that definitely skipped. I saw the spin that ball came.
I thought it was down myself. Brian, up your hand. He thought my ball was good. No, he thought the shot was good.
Here's that same confusion, Dave.
He thought the shot was down. He thought it was down. He just said, look, he said it was down. No, he thought it was down. Okay, then, it was down.
Dave just got an extra minute
7 plays 6.
with a free timeout time there.
I'm surprised Dave didn't look up at us. He liked to.
Last time Dave looked at me, I turned to stone. I try to not make eye contact with him anymore.
Tremendous hustle there from Dave.
Well, Dave is just dictating everything here. Look at that. That's that shot. And the crowd, very educated here. They understand good handball.
That rally changed 3 times. Allan was in control. Dave took over control.
6 or 7. Here's a setup.
Dave shaded Allan just enough on that.
Thought it was okay.
I agree with Allan there. Dave turned his shoulder just enough to screen Allan on that ball down the right. Allan's still able to get it back, unable to do anything with it, though. Dave puts away the next shot.
Well, the previous few times Dave had that opportunity, he missed that jump shot. This time he powered it down that wall.
Dave, you and I have seen these two play a number of times this year.
6 or 7.
Very similar to each match that we've watched.
They've all been close.
Very physical battles these two have, both generally exhausted following one of their
It seems as if
encounters.
most of their matches go tiebreaker too. You look back at Los Cab about a year ago when they played for 5th place.
Actually, they didn't. Allan Garner lost to Nadi Alvarado Jr. in the first round of that 5-8 playoff. 11-10 the tiebreaker. Nadi beating Dave for 5th place.
You're right, I got Nadi confused with Dave Chapman. It's so easy to do.
Aside from looking alike, I'm not so sure how easy that is. Allan actually defeating Dave at the Long Island Open in the Women's Classic. That was a 2-game. Very similar scenario to here. This is the quarterfinals, just as it was there. They played on an all-glass court there, a fishbowl.
New Orleans,
here we have a half a fishbowl.
Went to a tiebreaker in New Orleans, the Big Easy. Bob Simon was 2 straight for Dave Chapman over Allan. Timeout call from Allan Garner right before the referee is about ready to call that score. You're watching the Waterford Crystal 2009 World Handball Championships from the show court at the Multnomah Athletic Club, an event sanctioned by the World Handball Council, the United States Handball Association. Brought to you in part by Columbia Sportswear. Thousands of volunteers. Literally, there's been so many people that have been involved to make this work. This live webcast coming to you from the World Players of Handball online live at WePlayHandball.com. Streaming your webcast feed from Nifty TV and Jeff Kastner Productions in the back room here. Jeff on the engineer's chair today, not running the cameras. That's being operated by Omar Lemus. Gene Kazimoto, the statistician. She gives us stats, but we don't always pass them along because sometimes it just doesn't fit in. And you, Dave Fink, helping out throughout the week. We always pick the guy that gets bumped out of the round of 16 so he can help us with the real important matches. That always ends up being you. Lisa Fraser-Gilmore gets a round of applause on court number 9 as she defeats her opponents in the round of 16. So we saw Jay Gall, Jessica Gawley, advance, and now her fellow Canadian, Lisa Fraser-Gilmore, advancing.
The gal that Lisa Fraser just defeated looks awfully happy. Are you sure it was Gilmore with the win there?
7-9.
7 serves 9. When was the last time you heard Lisa Fraser-Gilmore losing a round of 16 match? Be honest. She's still standing in the court, so. That's a setup for Allan Garner, and he gets it.
Dave might have been looking for a drive down the right or back down the left there. He didn't move forward while that ball looked like it was up just a little bit.
Nice serve from Allan. Amazing.
This is kind of the time in the match, Dave, where we've seen Dave Chapman lose his legs just a little bit. We've seen that a number of times. We saw it just 2 weeks ago at the Jake Plummer event, playing Luis Moreno, dominating that first game and really losing his legs there in the beginning of the second game.
Allan Garner pulling out some tricky serves right here. Nice hands from Dave Chapman, and he floats it all the way to the back wall. Allan can't do anything with that.
Very difficult to regain your footing, your momentum's carrying you into that back wall. You run 35 feet to retrieve that ball, and Allan mishits that ball. Very easy to do. Tremendous return there from Allan. Was that an open-handed ceiling shot? It looked like he was just trying to flick that ball back into play, caught the ceiling, and it ran straight down the left side wall.
All John Bike or something. 9 serves 9. Oh, good get right there. Wrist ball, elbow ball.
We can see that from here.
Dave going to a different serve here.
Okay, together.
Our referee a little bit confused there.
Well, I don't think he was, but when Dave stopped and turned and looked at him, the referee then said, wait a second, why are you looking at me? I better ask the first question.
Great fly kill there from Dave.
10 serves 9. The referee talking again.
I thought Dave actually called 2 bounces there, and I think the referee
Said
thought
okay.
the same thing.
He said okay.
Fortunately, Dave didn't hear the referee interrupt because we could have some sort of situation there.
Well, again, we brought that up in the last game. The referee made it a lot clearer on a very similar situation that we heard over our microphones, and Dave won the rally and didn't say anything, but I'm kind of surprised.
Okay,
9 serves 10. That's going to be appealed after this is over with. Both players think it's short. Line judge just told the referee that he thought it was short.
Garner actually hitting that second shot of the rally, that back wall shot with his right hand, 86 miles per hour. That was an official reading from our jugs gun, our radar gun, down in courtside.
9 serves 10. That's going to be appealed. Maybe not. Play through that. Ball had a strange bounce on the ceiling. Allan raised his hand.
Fortunately for Allan there, Dave didn't see that Allan motion. Dave would have appealed that bad bounce.
Dave was really close to Allan on that shot too.
One of those rare times Allan didn't let that ball drop off the back wall. He made contact with that ball up around his chest and skipped it. Didn't have his usual snap on that shot.
I like the serve right here. It forces Allan to go up top.
Dave staying down there. Tried to dump that ball in front of himself. It was way up.
This is game number 2. Allan Garner won the first one, 21-17. Earlier today, it was Paul Brady over Charlie Shanks in 2 quick games. Emmett Pashot taking care of Robbie McCarthy, 21-10, 21-10. This is the upper side of the lower bracket in the men's quarterfinals, with Allan Garner taking the first one, 21-17. Together, though, we are at 10. Game number 2. Short, and the ball slid.
Shot there. You see Dave sort of walk through that. He sees Allan coming up on his left and dumps that ball in there. Allan agrees with me. Dave took a step forward there and shielded out Allan from picking that ball up. Allan knows it. He's not happy.
Dave does these little subtle, not like he's taking a step, but he hits the ball and makes it look like it's part of his motion, that step that he takes. And that's where it's like a sneaky little sucker fish. A cheeky little shot, as Joe McCann would say.
Beautiful kill there from Allan.
10-11.
Beautiful kill there from Dave. Had on with his left. Allan unhappy with that serve.
You see how Dave has really slowed this game down. We've had a lot of side outs. We've been on the same, we were tied at 10. Now we are 11-10. It's really been about 20 minutes and no change of movement here. And that takes the hot hand out of Allan Garner.
Allan forced that right-hand kill just a little bit there. Tried to pinch that corner off balance. Fortunately for him, caught the front wall and sidewall at the same time, and that ball shot straight out. Allowed Dave to stay in, or Allan to stay in the point.
That ball did nothing off the back wall.
Uncharacteristic there for Dave, just misread that.
Together at
That
11.
bounce on the back wall.
Shot ball.
Dave doesn't mess around with that. Powers that ball down the right. We're used to seeing Dave dump that ball softly up into the corners, but that time he took a fist and just blasted it.
11 serves 11. It's like Dave said, that felt good the first time. I'm going to do it again.
They moved around that ball. That's the advantage of taking that ball with your right hand, pinning Allen up against that left side wall and putting it down the right.
Wow. Allen's going to have to call a timeout here.
Dave really in a groove now. He's executed 3 kills in a row.
13 is 11.
Saw Allen looking at his gloves as if to try to look for a glove change from the referee. 13 to 11. See that little wrinkle they put on that shot?
Smart shot there from Allen. You see he takes that ball on the way up, takes Dave's time away from him.
Forces Dave to stay in one spot instead of move. 11 serves 13.
I don't like that serve. Dave threw a big reverse on that ball. Popped about 15 feet off the back wall.
It actually worked as a disadvantage because then it pushed Allen out and into Dave, and it forced him to go down that wall. I saw it too. Just as if it looked like Allan Garner was going to call a timeout, and we're going to see one from Dave Chapman here.
Momentum changing every 3 or 4 points seemingly here in this. Whoever has the momentum at the end of the game is the guy able to win the game because it's so tight in there. Just as we saw Dave end 3 consecutive rallies with beautiful kills, now we've seen Allen
Here comes a timeout.
surging ahead, recovering from that 11-13 deficit, now taking the lead 14-13 here in this second game.
Just like clockwork, Dave Chapman calls his timeout after a 3-point swing, and then Allan Garner looks up and asks for a glove change, and it has been granted, so we get 2 minutes. First game went to Allan Garner, defeating Dave Chapman 21-17. Earlier today, it was Paul Brady defeating Charlie Shanks 21-9, 21-5. Emmett Pashot got past Robbie McCarthy 21-10, 21-10. Now that means that in the upper bracket semifinal, you're going to see Paul Brady facing Emmett Pashot. And in the lower bracket, it's going to be the winner of this one, either Allan Garner or Dave Chapman versus Luis Moreno or Tony Healy. So get ready for all of that action live here on the webcast. 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships.
For those of you just tuning in now, Allan Garner won the first game here, 21-17, now leading 14-13 in the second game. This is a men's quarterfinal matchup. This is for a spot in the semifinals of the World Championships. Winner to face the winner of our following match, Tony Healy and Luis Moreno. Just received a text message from Allen's serving coach, the baby, Chip Morales.
And what did he say? What was the text?
Actually, he wanted to know the score of the first game, which I just
He was sending me picture messages earlier today, but since we're in this facility where you can't receive many text messages, it wouldn't come through, so haven't been able to receive or look at what that was, but we'll see what it is later. In the meantime, though, we're in the middle of a 2-minute glove change as granted to ALLAN Garner from the referee. This is game number 2, very close. Most of Dave Chapman's matches always seem to approach that hour 30, hour 45 mark. We're right at the hour mark right now. 1 hour ago we started this. I want to thank everybody that helped participate in making these World Games occur. The World Handball Council played a large part in their sanctioning of this event. The United States Handball Association, the World Committee, who spent endless hours promoting the tournament, and over 1,000 participants here. Another 1,000 to 1,500 friends and fans out here too.
See ALLAN Garner's dad, Jim, sitting behind ALLAN's mom here in the second row. Dave Chapman's dad should be just outside downtown Portland, pacing around right about now. He doesn't like to watch when he gets this close.
Okay, I check the ball, lads, please.
Play is back in. 14 serves 13, second game. ALLAN Garner in the green shirt.
That's a beautiful shot there. An important shot, I think, Dave, because coming off of a timeout, ALLAN with a 3-point run now extends that to a 4-point run rather than a side out.
15-13.
Really enables you to maintain that momentum. Here's a terrible shot from Dave Chapman.
He came right in there.
Surprised Dave didn't back up. He saw ALLAN hitting that ball from up over his shoulder. I'm surprised Dave didn't take a step or two back, knowing that ALLAN's only shot was a pass.
16-13.
Dave really in trouble here. Trailing 16-13. On the wrong end of a 5-0 run, losing the first game.
Dave was once leading 13-11. Now it's 13-16.
Turning is 16.
Dave going back to that sidearm serve. I call it a power serve, but there's not a lot of power there.
The bombshell doing a Chapman to Dave Chapman. A soft patty cake dump kill in that left corner with his left hand.
13. Hold it. Cover ball, big net.
ALLAN telling the referee that he wants that shot. He should want that shot. That's a shot we see him put away routinely. ALLAN misses the ceiling there. Dave giving 2 back wall setups. Pushes ALLAN back with the first one and takes care of the second one. That all comes from that missed ceiling shot from the bombshell.
Dave changing his serve again. Boy. Wow, ALLAN Garner.
ALLAN closes on that ball. He takes 2 quick steps forward. I don't think Dave anticipated that. Dave expecting ALLAN to let that ball come off the back wall. He hung back behind him. That was a smart play there from the bombshell. ALLAN there just hits that ceiling shot just a fraction too hard. It comes off the back wall about 3 feet high and 5 feet off, and Dave kills it. Looked like it could have been a short serve. That looked like it could have been a bad bounce.
Oh, and he made it that time. 1 out of 5 ain't bad if you're going to do it this time of the game. He would have much rather had that shot work at 17 in the first game. 14 to 16. Now he's changing the serve again. Boy, that ball's just doing some stuff back there. We're not seeing it with our naked eye, but he is hopping that.
That was a nice shot there from Allen. Actually backs up and pushes off that back foot as he's falling backwards.
16. That's 40.
Great shot
Amazing.
there from Dave. Incredible. I don't think the crowd even knows what they just saw right there. Phenomenal shot.
40. That's 60. Shot ball.
Is he trying to reverse that ball? Just enough to keep it in and have it slide that glass.
I like that serve there from Dave. Nice pickup. Actually thought Allen got that. A lot of times, Dave, as a player, you call 2 bounces when you actually picked it up on 1. You see that quite a bit.
I actually thought Allen got that really good. With a lot of room to spare.
Dave hits that ball just a little bit behind himself there. He moved down a little bit too soon. That ball didn't come out as far as he anticipated. As a result, he misses it by 6 inches.
16 serves 15.
Dave has to feel pretty fortunate there. That's Allen's bread and butter.
15 serves 16. That's the reason why Dave's staying with that serve. He's getting setups on the return.
Allen mishits that ball. Dave hits that 3-ball shot just deep enough to bait Allen into going for that kill. Allen nearly up against the back wall there.
Then you see Dave then close out the lane by giving Allen just a little area to hit that ball. There's so much more to this game. This is a reverse.
It's a smart shot there from Allen.
Dave just stuck in there. That's that exact shot that we're talking about. He hits it.
That's the cheekiness.
It's a cheeky move. It's so frustrating for Allen, too, because Dave hits that ball and then just kind of moseys a little bit as part of his swinging motion to make it look like he's not doing that. Dave is going to peel it. He looked at the line judge. He already knows it's going to be overturned. Line judge just looked at him and shook his head like, don't do it, because I'm not going to give it to you. Oof, are you serious?
Dave's not afraid to use any of his arsenal at any point in the game. We talked about Dave being in trouble just about 5 minutes ago. Now he's regained the lead. He's on a 4-0 run.
17 to 16.
That's Allen's first kill in the last 5 rallies. Which may not seem significant if you're watching anyone else, but we've seen Allen run off 9 kills in 10 rallies.
Score here is 17-16 in favor of Dave Chapman. ALLAN Garner will be serving, though, as you are watching the Waterford Crystal 2009 World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club in Portland, Oregon. It was Allan Garner winning the first game 21-17. And the crowd is packed in this facility here. You told me off air not to talk about how many people are here because you're afraid the fire marshal is going to shut the place down. So I'm not going to say that we're in a standing room only situation. I'm not going to allude to the fact that 200 to 300 more people than are allotted in this area.
It seems like you are doing some alluding, though.
Am I?
Because
Because I said I wasn't going to allude to it.
It could be construed that way.
I actually said I wasn't going to allude to it.
But then you proceeded to allude.
I said I wasn't going to say that there was that many people.
By announcing you're not alluding, that enables you to allude.
Just trying to set the record straight. 17-16, Dave Chapman in the lead. Allan Garner here, though, serving.
16, yes, 17.
What's going to happen here? Referee didn't say anything.
Dave tried to run into Allan, caused that call. It's a pretty seasoned referee we have up there.
He does a lot of the big matches in Ireland. I've seen him do a couple over there on my visits.
I don't think anyone in the building expected Dave to miss that shot. We all saw it coming. Everyone knew where he wanted to go, and you just don't see Dave miss that very often, particularly at 17 all.
18-17. I don't even think Dave thought he was going to miss it. Look at that thing.
Good pass there from Dave. Perfect touch on that ball. Out of Allan's reach off the bounce. It doesn't come off the back ball.
Yeah, that's a
Perfect return there from Allan.
It's going to be a setup here. Nope. I like that shot right there. Amazing.
Tremendous point there from Dave. So precise in those ceiling shots, both guys in there. You see how these guys hit towards the middle of the ceiling, actually the second row of lighting. You see so many players hitting so close to the front wall when they hit ceiling shots. That's a big back wall setup for these guys. I like that return from Allan. You see Allan drives that ball, pushes Dave out of the front court, forces him to run back to pick that ball up off the back wall just about a foot high. He knows he's going to get that setup.
Boy, that ball hopped away. Dave gets to it. Allan gets up.
Tremendous pass. Incredible. Dave actually punched fisting that, and I mean with the knuckles of his hand, getting that ball back. Was still in a pretty good position, and Allan hit a perfect V pass there. The wide angle variety.
To quote Nadi Alvarado Sr., this might be the best handball I've ever seen. First game, 21-17 in favor of Allan Garner, now taking a lead here at 19-18. I see that sort of in a form of a question, since I can't really tell what the score is.
Actually, you're correct.
Okay, check the ball, please. Check the ball. 19, there's 18.
19 serves 18. Well, Dave should have actually checked that ball.
He did check the ball. Well, he caught it.
There it is.
Certainly never expected an ace at that moment.
We didn't expect ALLAN Garner to get to this position. And now he's going for the ace, and he gets it.
Consecutive aces to end the match for ALLAN Garner. An ace down the left followed by a crack on the right. Takes all the pressure off those final 2 points. And he's booked a spot in the semifinals of the World Championships.
Well, the crowd here at the Multnomah Athletic Club giving a round of applause to ALLAN Garner and Dave Chapman for their excellent play here. Now you see Dave going over to ALLAN saying, hey, I'll play doubles with your doubles partner if you want.
I think Dave really gained a lot of respect there for ALLAN. I know Dave's always had so much respect for ALLAN, but for ALLAN to play that well on this stage against Dave, and Dave knows that ALLAN played a phenomenal match.
That was a great game there. ALLAN Garner defeating Dave Chapman by the score of
21-17, 21-18.
21-18.
Two very tight games. Both guys playing point for point there throughout both games. We didn't see any substantial leads. We saw a lot of 4 to 5 point runs from both guys throughout both games. ALLAN surging at the end of both of those games with a flurry.
It was Paul Brady earlier today defeating Charlie Shanks to secure his spot into the semifinals, 21-9, 21-5. It was Emmett Pachot now putting his name into that other semifinal bracket to face Paul Brady tomorrow when he defeated Robbie McCarthy by the score of 10-10. And then now we just see ALLAN Garner defeating Dave Chapman 21-17, 21-18. Up next we have Luis Moreno and the number 2 seed Tony Healy. We're going to take a timeout here. It's the 2009 Waterford Crystal World Handball Championships from the Multnomah Athletic Club. For Dave Fink, Jeff Kastner, Omar Lemus, Gene Kazumoto, my name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a few. You stick with us. We play handball.